It's your boy Carl here. We are live in Arlington Heights. I got some Pokemon cards here. I got my boy Jeremy behind the camera. We're gonna show you how to shoot some sick cinematic epic B-roll with some pieces of cardboard. All right, that was pretty sick, wasn't it? Let's show you how to do it. Ladies and germs, welcome to class. We are in session. Final Cut Pro here. I already put the clips that I'm using into the timeline just to save some time. Got the music, and we have this brush glow effect, kind of like that blotter media effect that I had in this clip. Looks super sick. So if you want to learn how to do that, check out my other video where I teach you how to do the blotter media effect. But for now, let's look at how I edited this in general. Like I said, I put all my clips in my timeline, and what I like to do is kind of scrub through and just kind of see like if it's boring. What would make it cooler? Maybe I'll do a cool speed ramp. So what you're gonna do is click on the clip, Control R, and that's gonna pull up your timing. And as you can see, I put different timings, so as he's skimming through, it slows down. Oh, that looks so buttery and so sick, dude. If you double click on this little piece here, I took off the speed transition, and if you notice when you click it, it adds a little thing. I took them off. You can leave them on. If you take them off, it's going to have more of a sharp effect. If you leave them on, it's going to blend into the different speed timing. So it's really preference. Farther out, less dramatic. Closer in, most dramatic. First clip, nice little butter. So as you can see, I shot over his shoulder, and as you go frame by frame, you can see that I did a mask transition into the next shot. So I have a video showing how to do a mask transition, so if you don't know how to do that, go ahead and check that out. And then you just put the clip on the bottom, and boom, there it is. So as you was spreading through, I decided, okay, I'm gonna punch in a little bit. So as you can see, I moved the scale up with a keyframe, and I added that cool RGB overlay to give it some kind of pizzazz. Looking sick. Oh, look at that little bounce too. See at the end right there? That's that keyframe. As of right now, this is what we got. Boom, little slow-mo. Oh yeah, little mask transition, little RGB. Sick, looking real good. Then I had this cool shot of me shuffling, and you know, Mr. Carl over here is a little magician, so I thought it'd be cool to show a little flourish in there, have a nice little shuffle action going on. But when I had these out of it, let's see. So when I take these out, you know, it looks dope. Like there's me shuffling, but I thought, oh, it could really use that blotter media effect. That's why I went ahead and I did this, and this is super sick. Next thing I want to show you guys is for this next clip, you can see that it's in focus and it pulls away and it's out of focus. Well, I'm a little sneaky guy, so if I hit Control R, you'll notice I actually put this in reverse and sped it up. So that's pretty cool, but if you click into it and you go up here and you hit the retiming, you can reverse the clip. So that's how I did it. All right, next shot, I just did a little basic fan. I liked that this kind of had the same movement, so this kind of twisted to the left, and then my fan kind of twisted to the left. Pretty neat, kind of linked one shot into the next one. And coming in here, I just wanted a cool shot of all these cards, and then notice when I finish, I whipped. So this is kind of important. So when you're filming, you want to make sure you know what's going to be your next shot. So I knew that I wanted to whip into another shot. So as you can see, I whip, 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 and then I cut it to the next scene with a whip, 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 and there's my boy Jay Shizzle with the mic. I told him look at the cards a little bit, be all dramatic, look up and throw them. Boom! Before the keyframe, it was kind of like a dull shot. What I did is I added a keyframe to the scale and the position, and then I went ahead to here, and then I picked where I wanted this to scale into. So obviously I want it to be the point of interest, which is the cards. And so that way when you do it, you get that boom, little zoom in action. All right, next shot for me, it's kind of the same thing, a little throw. This time I started the keyframe right off the rip. So as you can see, I put the keyframe here, went ahead a couple frames, and I don't remember where I did it, boom, right there. And then that's when it finalized where I scaled in and changed the position, all that good stuff. Same thing with this one, I was like, I kind of want this to look cooler, so I did a little blotter media. So as you can see in that middle piece, boom, it's like the Pikachu was summoned from the cards, and he's just chilling on my shoulder. I'm not a great artist, you know, it got the job done. Now this was an interesting shot. So this final shot, I'm just gonna play it real quick. Boom, so it's all these cards falling, right? Well, tricky me, there's my hand. And I didn't want that in the shot. I took this shot of just the sky. So I put that underneath so that way I can mask out my hand. So basically what I did is I go into the clip, go to the draw mask, put it on top. Okay, so now we got the draw mask tool open. I'm gonna open up the transforms. I'm gonna put a keyframe on the position, the rotation, the scale, and the control points. Then I'm gonna pull this down so I can see, not that much because I'm a goof. 50 looks good. Now I'm gonna draw a mask around my hand. And boom. You're gonna wanna invert that mask. There you go. So now my hand's taken out of it. Now that I have the keyframe, I'm just gonna go frame by frame. So 1 frame, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you're just gonna go, and if the cards, so now the card is getting hit. So I wanna move my keyframe. All right, go a couple more frames. All right, so now my hand should be out of it. Boom, baby. Then I'm just gonna add the music back in, and we have that final edit, dude.